Ladies and gentlemen, Barry C here with another cryptocurrency video, and we are so close to the second leg up of this bull run, the alt season that everybody's been waiting for. And XRP is absolutely going to lead the way. Now, it's fascinating because people are reverting back to the mindset that people had before November of 2024. For the longest time, all I was hearing was XRP's dead. We're not going to see a bull run the way we think we will. XRP won't go back above $1. Blah, 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 blah. And it's always been that way. Ever since XRP was listed in 2017, there's always been FUD. But in particular, coming out of 2020 and 2021, and people, a lot of people actually bought the top when XRP was moving up rapidly, but then they didn't realize they were going to have to wait for 3.5 years until the next Bitcoin halving event and then the next leg up of another bull run. And so, of course, for 3.5 years, all you heard is people talking about XRP is trading sideways. It's trading between 30 cents to 40 cents, 40 cents to 50 cents, 50 cents to 60 cents, and it's doing that on and off for about 3.5 years. And so because of that, people are making these judgment calls about XRP not going anywhere, that it was dead, that it would never go back up above $1 ever again. And sure enough, we get to November 2024, and of course, people were proven wrong in a gigantic way. XRP not only humbled, but it shut up a lot of people who were spreading negativity when it went from 50 cents to over $2 in the space of a month. It got even close to $3. It'll go up to about $2.70. And of course, all the people spreading that negativity were gone until recently. We saw a really different start to the year than what we've seen in the past when it comes to bull runs, second legs up, and an alt season. We essentially saw a mini bear market between bull run periods. So we've already seen our first leg up. That was end of October heading into November of 2024. That lasted until about December, heading into Christmas. Of course, over Christmas and New Year's, we didn't see the typical dip that we normally do. And then the start of 2025 was very exciting. XRP finally hit $3 a coin. But then heading into Feb and March, we've seen the market dip and stay down, unfortunately. But now we're slowly going back up. And when the market started dipping, though, that's when all the negativity started coming back to the space. Now we're seeing people push the same type of narrative that there's not going to be an alt season, that XRP is not going to rally higher past $3 again. We're not going to see XRP reach a new all-time high, that it effectively ran its course November 2024. All the same arguments that were proven wrong last year. And this is what I find fascinating, ladies and gents, is that people spent 3.5 years discussing why XRP would never rally again, and then they were proven wrong in a really gigantic way. And of course, everybody who was spreading negativity just disappeared. They were completely silent. They had absolutely nothing they could say because XRP proved all these people wrong. Now, of course, they've come back out of the woodworks and now they're out here going, well, as I said, XRP's dead, is not going anywhere, and people are starting to succumb to that negativity. And that's why I'm making this video today, to highlight the fact that XRP has always performed well in a bull run. To highlight the fact that we've never seen a bull run period end without an alt season. And we still have time. We still have April, May, even June. And here's the thing as well, I've made videos talking about my reassessment of where I think the alt season will happen and how long it will last for. And yes, we've had a delay start to this alt season. I don't think it's done for. I don't think it's delayed until next year. I don't think we have to wait for another bull run period, so 2028 to 2029 or even 2030. I think we're going to see over the next couple of months, so April, May, and maybe even June, I think we're going to see the alt season that we've all been waiting for. And once again, we're going to see all the people pushing that negativity just disappear. They've been wrong every step of the way. And that's the reason for the last couple of years I've been making these videos consistently about where I think XRP is going to go, how I think it's going to rally, and look, I've said from the start when I started making content that end of October, well, actually, I was saying October heading into November. And we've seen October be the kicking off point, typically, for the market to start moving. And this was delayed by a couple of weeks. So, end of October heading into November. We saw XRP rally. We saw it exceed all expectations. And it not only rallied, but it led the start of the bull run. It completely dominated that first leg up. And so going into 2025, people were super enthusiastic. There was euphoria and confidence and happiness back in the space. And nobody was anticipating this small little bear market period. And so then what do we do? Do we succumb to negativity and frustration, or do we use this as an opportunity? Now, not financial advice, ladies and gents, but the amount of people in November 2024, when XRP was rallying hard, the amount of people who said, I wish I'd bought more XRP. I wish I hadn't made the mistake of sidelining myself or made the mistake of not accumulating when prices were cheap. Now, to be fair, in Feb and March of this year, XRP didn't crash back down to 50 cents. It didn't even go back down to $1. You were still buying XRP between $2 and $2.50. I think the lowest it got to was about $1.79, $1.80. But it certainly wasn't 50 cents. But it's still an opportunity to buy cheap XRP. Because when the second leg up happens, when the alt season kicks in, we're going to see volatility that far exceeds all expectations. That's why alt seasons have become the time period, the thing that people are waiting for when it comes to crypto. Nobody's waiting for a bear market. Nobody's waiting for a Bitcoin halving event. Nobody's even waiting for a small pump. People are waiting for the insane volatility and the euphoric parabolic run and rally of an alt season. And in particular, people are waiting for XRP to reach a new all-time high. Because once we have that momentum behind XRP, we're going to see prices like $5, $10, maybe even $20. It depends on how volatile and how crazy this alt season is. And that's the point. That's what people should be preparing for. Because here's the thing. Did people learn their mistakes from what happened in November 2024? Did people utilize this small window of opportunity in Feb and March when the market dipped and we saw some cheaper entry points into XRP? If the answer is no, then you're going to have the same mistakes that people made in November. It's going to repeat itself when the alt season kicks in. And ladies and gents, something else to consider as we come up to the alt season and the second leg up for XRP is the amount of people who didn't take profits in November 2024 is massive. And we're seeing people now in Feb and March when the market isn't performing as well as we thought it would, as soon as we thought it would. A lot of people are sitting back going, I wish I'd done things differently. I wish I'd taken some profits. And this goes back to what I mentioned in a lot of videos, which is have a plan. Have a plan going into the first leg up of the bull run. Have a plan going into the alt season. That way you have a foundation. And that way you have a plan that's short-term, mid-term, and long-term. We got to November of 2024 and we started seeing prices like $2 and $2.50 and $2.70. And most people were like, I'll wait for it to go to $5 or $10 before I consider taking profits. And this is a mistake people make every bull run. They see a price that's pretty exciting and they're holding enough of that crypto to actually make a difference when it comes to taking profits. But then they always say to themselves, I could wait for a higher price. A higher price is just around the corner, or people get married to certain prices. The amount of people who I've seen in my comment sections, both on YouTube and on CryptoX or Twitter, the amount of people who say, no, I'm waiting for $100. I'm waiting for $1,000. This is the way you end up round tripping your profits for another 4 years or another 8 years or 10 years, depending how long it takes for XRP to go that high. But the reality is there's a lot of decisions you could be making right now that could set you up for a really amazing short-term, mid-term, long-term take profit strategy and opportunity. And this is why I've been making a lot of videos that have very similar content, because people keep making the same mistakes. And so when I see people talking about, oh, the alt season's not happening or XRP is not going to go higher, I know these are the people who don't have a plan. And these are the same people when XRP goes to $5 or $10 or $20, they're going to say, oh, I'm waiting for 100 or I'm waiting for 1,000 or I'm not going to sell my XRP. I'm going to, and this is my favorite. They're like, I'm going to stake it so I get a passive income and people pay me to use my XRP. None of that stuff exists. There's no passive income return on staking your XRP that exceeds profit taking. If you have 100,000 XRP and it went to $3 at the start of 2025, that's going to be more profitable for you to take profits than for you to lock up your XRP for 3 months or 6 months or 8 months or 10 months and get 3% on that staking, especially once you've paid fees as well. And that's the thing. If you're putting yourself in a situation where you think you're going to earn life-changing passive income from XRP, it doesn't exist right now, not that I'm aware of. Look, there may be some fancy staking pool somewhere that offers you 600% on XRP, and I would argue that's probably a very shady staking pool, because we've seen that happen before where people are willing to take a risk and earn these high yields on their crypto, but then there's always these situations where the platform gets hacked, or you can't unstake, or you can't get your crypto back for whatever reason, or there's a problem with the validator, whatever it may be. There's always seems to be problems, and this happens time and time again. And I would just say we're just not in a situation right now where we can earn a decent enough return on staking when it comes to XRP that outweighs actually taking profit. And so people have these really lovely daydreams of staking and passive income and XRP going to $1,000 next month or whatever it may be. Not financial advice. But the more common sense thing is, well, until we're in a situation where you can stake something that's going to outperform any type of profit taking, then it comes down to simply just taking profits. And this is not financial advice. This is not me taking a dig at staking. It's just a realistic look at where crypto is now, where it's going to go in the next couple of months. And like I said, I'm happy to be proven wrong with any of these type of things. It's the same as me talking about XRP, probably not going to reach $1,000 this bull run, this alt season. But you know what? I'm happy to be proven wrong. The same way if Ripple was to come out tomorrow and say, hey, we want to reward people who have stood by us and stood by XRP, and we want to open up a staking platform, and we want to offer people 100% rewards on whatever it may be, or pay out dividends, whatever it may be. If that was to be announced, I'd be happy to be proven wrong. But I don't make my decisions based on what maybe could potentially happen when it comes to that type of thing. I've learned that the hard way. I remember back in 2018 and 2019 when people were first starting to talk about the XRP buyback schemes, and you start hearing like figures like $35,000 per XRP, $50,000 per XRP, in some cases $100,000 per XRP. And it was totally going to happen at the end of the year. And so I saw people making these ridiculous loans and take these ridiculous loans out to buy more and more XRP because the government was totally going to sweep in and pay you $35,000 per XRP so it could be used in banks and financial institutions. And that never happened. And so people put themselves in these really precarious situations because there was this weird narrative being pushed that this was totally going to happen. It's the same as people pushing these narratives now saying, oh, in the future I'm going to stake my XRP, so why would I sell any of it? And I'm going to live off the dividends. That could potentially happen, but it's not happening right now. And that's why it's so important to be very aware of what the narratives are out there. And in all honesty, what I do, not a financial advice, of course, but for me personally, I just ignore it. I ignore all these narratives being pushed, whether it's there's no more alt season, or XRP's dead, or I'm not going to sell until it hits $1,000, or in the future there's going to be all these schemes where you can just loan your XRP out and people are going to pay for the privilege of using XRP to transfer your money. So why would I take any profits out now when in 10 years' time I could be a multi-trillionaire, whatever the narrative is. I just look at the situation and go, well, okay, I'm looking at the reality of what I've accumulated, what my plan is. Am I in a position to take profits along the way? Can I take profits at $5, $10, $20, $100, $500, $1,000, $10,000? Do I have short-term, mid-term, long-term strategies? And the answer to that is yes. And I've worked very, very hard, and I've made sacrifices to make sure that I've accumulated enough XRP that as the price goes up, I can take profits along the way. And there's also a situation where I've separated my XRP bags so that in the long run, if there is a situation where we can stake or loan out our XRP to earn rewards or dividends, then I have a bag of XRP to do that as well. Like I said, it's about making conservative plans and crazy plans and having plans that are short-term, mid-term, long-term. And that's what bear markets and these dips are good for. Instead of focusing on the frustration and the hysteria and the catastrophic nature of it all, take a step back and go, okay, am I in the best position possible to take full advantage of XRP, whether it's short-term, mid-term, long-term? Can I take profits without compromising my mid-term and long-term holdings? Do I have a long-term bag? So as the crypto market grows and evolves and XRP grows and evolves, that I can be along for that journey and not trying to buy into XRP because I sold everything in the next couple of months. These are all very important questions to ask. And ladies and gents, as stated, none of this is financial advice. It's just what I've learned being in crypto since 2016 until now, the mistakes I've made, and how I've changed my approach and simplified my approach so that I can be in the best position possible to make the most out of XRP. And as stated, ladies and gents, none of this is financial advice. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're curious about the other cryptos I hold outside of XRP, consider becoming a Patreon. Click the link in the description below, head across to my Patreon page, and consider becoming a Barry C VIP. There you'll have access to all my cryptos, as well as my buy, sell, and take profit signals in real time.